everyone. I want to welcome you to my spontaneous Q&A live, where I interviewed random people from all over the world to know their healthy living practices and lifestyle. And today, I have a very special guest. I want to welcome you all with Mr. Omural Ates from state of Texas. Omural, welcome. I want to welcome.
Hello, Caroline. Great to see you. Thank you for the opportunity.
Awesome. So, can you tell us a little bit about yourself and what you do in this world?
Yes, I am Omural Ates, and I'm a special ed teacher, and I'm married. I have three beautiful children, and I also work with behavior, changing behaviors on people. Yeah, that's pretty much what I do. I like to do sports and reading books and hang out with people, good food.
Right. That's awesome. Thank you. So, can you tell us what your health practices and lifestyle in your area, in yourself, and also in your area, in your city, what it look like?
Yes, the Texas is a beautiful state, and especially the place that I live in New Braunfels. It's two rivers here, Guadalupe and Comal River, and beautiful trees, and I mean the wildlife around surrounded. So it's a lovely town. Um, I specifically choose this town to raise my kids because it gives you life. So
Really?
and yes, and I'm kind of I feel like a little bit privileged because I ended up working with students that who needed a behavioral support, and I learned more than what I taught them. So and what I learned from them is how to exchange behaviors in favor on us. So a lot of behavior we do like a habitual, and we don't even know we're doing it, but that doesn't benefit us. And I look at my own whole frame and try to find the good ones, and I try to implement to myself. Health and fitness is one of them, and absolutely, and then pretty much health and fitness is the foundation of my life. So because if I'm not healthy, if I'm not in shape,
Yeah.
and I'm no good for my wife, I'm no good for my children, I'm no good for society. So no good, not at all. That's number one priority for me: be staying healthy and in shape.
That's awesome because yeah, you talk about it, mentioned that it's very important. That's our physiology. Otherwise, we don't exist in this world if we don't be healthy, right? So, can you tell us about what your health and nutrition system or regimen, how it look like? If you're real.
And to be honest with you, like the information out there, what is good for you, what is not good for you. So point is how to implement into your life in a daily basis. So that I how I fill that gap, because most people I believe they know what is healthy, what is not, because they teach you at elementary level, elementary school. I mean, you know it.
Yeah.
It's just a matter of fact that are you able to do it? Can you resist to uh, temptations? Like those are how can you. So I'm lucky that I learned a lot about behavior, so I kind of pick those strategies and implement it in my life. So so for example, I try to wake up early. Just I decided though I wasn't a early wake up person at all. So I was always like a last minute guy, rush the kids, rush myself, and I was like a chaos. And I decided waking up early. So and when I wake up early, I get to reflect myself. So what I do. I mean, this is not everyday issue, but when I do this when I'm off track, I listen or read self affirmations on health and fitness. So it kind of rewires my brain.
Yeah.
Once I rewire my brain, my energy already is like I start like a boiling. Like think about the water, calm water. I
Yeah.
start giving a little bit energy into it, and it starts boiling.
That's
Those self affirmation really effective. you cannot express that like just by seeing it. You just gotta do it. That kind of invisible energy comes to you, and then you start like okay, I'm about to hit the workout. And another thing, I'm kind of once I hit the workout, it's just like I lose myself. I'm like a 1 hour, 2 hour, I'm out. I'm out. I pretty much I don't want to go right away to what I do. I
Mhm.
want to go how I do. So the again, self affirmation is important for me. In the meantime, if I find like a good one that hits me,
Mhm.
I write that down.
Mhm. Yeah.
That because that's kind of becomes my model. Like for example, one of the word that triggers me, like when I feel lazy or I don't want to, like I don't want to do it, which is most of the times that's the case actually. I wake up early, I don't want to do it in nothing. I just want to be lazy. But I have a little like a board like on my side.
Yeah.
There are certain things there, like pictures and words and my old pictures, and I look at him, and there is one word there, savage.
Yeah.
When I see that savage, especially when I say it, not just seeing it,
All right.
when I say it savage, even sometimes my wife, what's wrong with you? Kind of, like in the morning, I just gotta say it,
Yeah.
savage. Like kind of, it starts me like I don't know, some kind of brings some other energy that I'm ready to explode.
Correct.
So yeah, exactly. Those self affirmation very effective for me.
That's awesome. It's so you are so right the way in point because when you started, you mentioned earlier that you have the system really good six system and sequence that you practice it daily and you put it in the action like implement it because yeah you mentioned a lot of people know all of this stuff like they can exercise they know how good the exercise is but they are lacking with action they're just all up in the brain but this one if it's in the brain you don't implement it and execute it nothing happened right so I'm glad you remind us to that and so important. So my next
I,
question is
I
yeah.
want to share another thing actually. That's so a lot of people like looks for accountability partner, right? Like oh, they I want to find a partner that pushes me. So here's the thing: we are already two-person. The ones that talks in voice inside of us, and the ones we talk, right? This is the
Right.
me talking. There's other person actually in my mind that I talk it. So
Mhm.
I manage that person who talks in me. So I'm focusing on me.
Yeah.
So and when I talk to myself, I ask myself, what did I do yesterday? How was I? How did I do? And how am I gonna beat that one yesterday? So I don't need an accountability partner from external sources because I'm not gonna find an accountability partner always every time. So,
Yeah.
but inside my voice, inside voice, it's always with me, and I can talk to him, and I can manage that voice in my favor.
Yeah. That's awesome. That's so brilliant that you recognize this, which is true. We're already two person or two brain or two that's really living in us. Who's gonna win? Of course, you're the one who command to your day and yourself, right?
My friends sometimes makes fun of me, like because I do like. I really go like a 5 o'clock or 4:30. Go out there, run 5 miles. Like
Mhm.
anyway, that's nothing big for me. But people like, how do you do it? And what I do actually has nothing to do with the cardiovascular practice. It has to do with discipline.
All right.
The when I do it,
Yes.
I consider myself I'm ready for the day. I'm in charge.
Mhm.
When I don't do it, I I tell myself, you know what? You're lacking today. You better pick up your game. You know what I mean? Like a self talk. Like when I don't do it, like hey, you're like 1-0 down now. You better pick up your game. When I do it, okay, I'm the champ. I'm running the day, not run days on me. I run the day. Does that make sense?
Mhm. Awesome. Yeah, thank you for that. That's so much, explanation. It's really clearly for us to know more about it. And then, so, do you, because you do exercise already and you are already detoxing naturally, do you still practice in some internal detoxing and cleansing, to kind of to get your
Oh,
whole health?
oh yeah, oh yeah. Those are like those. Here's the thing. You cannot work out consistently if you don't do the internal work, period.
Correct.
That's period. So the self-affirmation is a strong one. Meditation is another strong one. And
Mhm.
I have my gym over here in we have yoga class here. And if you would have asked me, I'm 44 years old right now. If you would have asked me 20 years ago, uh, do meditation, do yoga, I would have said, like, are you kidding me? now, now I'm looking at it. You got to do it. You just, that's period. Yoga, meditation, self affirmation. These are like a self centering experiences, like practices. So if you don't do the internal work, pretty much external body is your external. So in order to manage your external, you got to manage the internal work.
Yes, that's right.
So actually, main work, major work with internal work, and it's not with the physical work.
Mhm.
So those dumbbells or machines, and they're not going to do nothing if internally didn't design yourself. So I feel so lucky. Again, I work with the behavior department, and I learn a lot while I'm teaching my students and adults that I'm working. I learn everything I learn. I'm implementing on my life, and my kids sees me. My wife sees me, and they're like, this is the way it's supposed to be. And I want most out of my life. I don't want, I don't want like I was born, I lived, and I died. No, 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 no.
Mhm.
This is only one life. I'm gonna get most out of it, and I'm gonna give most out of it. Not just like get most out of it. Also, you see the connection. I also want to give the most of it to
Mhm.
people or to whoever, right? It doesn't matter I know or not.
Yeah.
In in every aspect of your life, you have to be strong and healthy. Period.
Yeah, that's right. So I want to know also about the nutrition fact, the nutritional cleansing. Do you do like a sugar fast or like a carb cleansing that mostly you want to just, you do some practices about nutrition?
So
But
I do not have a specific regimen on that, but what I do, I have already specific mindset. When I look at the food, I already more or less know what is carb, how much carb there, how
right,
much protein there, what is the
right.
mineral vitamins there. Like how I see the greens, I see the meat. Like how I kind of automatically calculate that more or less.
Uh,
So I'm away from the sugary stuff at all. I don't buy the commercial stuff. I go with water. And here's the thing. In order to, again, it's internal work, right? And
uh-huh.
now it's a little bit off subject, looks like off subject, but I'm going to connect to it, Caroline. Just give me a second.
Okay.
So I don't watch TV. I don't watch TV. So I don't get those advertisement or commercial like repeatedly. What I do repeatedly self-affirmation. So rewire myself to myself. Not like I don't receive the information from outside to reflect my life. They're not running my life. They're just, like they're out there to do their job. I respect that. But what I is my life, my body, my health, my fitness. So I gotta be very cautious about it. So when I don't stop by fast foods, and I do my own sandwiches. I Most of the times do my own stuff, and I have a very simple eating habits. I don't look for like details. As long as I have my proteins, I have my salad, I have my the healthy carbs, and I'm good to go. And also, it's very simple for me. I don't struggle on that.
That's awesome. Yeah, you're so aware and really conscious about what you put in your system, which is very critical to the premium food that you can put, so that way in order your body to function, but that in an excellent way. Yeah.
Let me tell you this. One day we are at the dinner or lunch, whatever, right?
Mhm.
And I'm eating my own thing, right? And my wife ordered a pizza for my kids, right?
Mhm.
And pizza came, and one of my son, I have two sons, one daughter.
Mhm.
One of my sons says, "How come Dad gets to eat the good stuff? We eat junk here." And he is 5 years old.
Wow, you've been taught them so well in a young
And
age.
I did not like sit down and talk about the food and fruit and nutrition. I just do what I do, and they capture that picture. You know how it works. You know, they do
Yeah,
what you do. They don't do what you tell them, but they do what you do.
correct. They follow you, so they
That
see
was my,
follow with action. Correct. That's awesome. Really brilliant.
that
So
was one of my proud moments there. That
yeah,
was one of my
yeah,
proud
that's
moments.
awesome. So my last question will be how, because you are working with a special need person, especially young kids, so how do you serve and help that people to assess on movements, or really or maybe cognitively, to reach their potential of having a well-being, how to kind of be a normal,
So,
how do you serve them?
oh, how do you serve my students? Is that what you're asking?
Yes.
Or the clients in the gym?
Yeah, both. The one that special needs, the one with
Okay,
special needs.
okay. So it doesn't matter. Everybody's special needs. That's how I put it. Let me tell you that. Okay. So if you go in detail, everybody's special needs to me. You know,
Right.
if you if you have any if you have any habit
Mhm.
that doesn't serve you, that means you need a help. You need a support.
Right.
You don't have to be labeled special or not special. You know what I mean? So that's how I look at the behavior. Like if any behavior you do on a daily basis, like this can be mental processing as well. This is the processing way of we think. It's not about what we think. The way we think actually determines us. So when it comes to my job,
Mhm.
and I think I choose to be a teacher by being a role model.
That's awesome.
So, and I don't struggle too much when I explain or when I show my students something or anybody. That's my lifestyle. You know, that's I don't say it. I just do it. And when it comes to elaborating things, sometimes I even struggle. Just do it. You know, to me, it's that just do it. But it's a back rule, mental rule, like thinking and emotional part of it. Like you gotta feel it. Anyway, feeling doesn't come outside. Feeling comes inside, right? And
Yes.
then when you tell a person like you gotta feel it, how am I gonna feel it? You just gotta do it. When you do it, you feel it. When you think about it, you don't feel it. But when you do it, you feel it. So I think my job is it makes my job easy by just being a role model for everyone.
Correct. That's awesome. So brilliant. Well, thank you so much for your innovative like information of explanation, because it's like a lot of people are kind of forget about it, but it just sometimes it's common sense, but we are so bombarded with different information. But what you are doing is just like just grounding yourself, just think about it, of what's really important to you, in this in your body, in like your total well-being, right, in order to live a healthy lifestyle. So thank you so much, Amaral, for your time today. So appreciate you
My pleasure, Caroline. Thank you.
and so honored to have you. Thank you. Bye bye.